Okay, so I originally filmed this using Jing and it was pretty and edited, but when I went to upload the s.swf file type that Jing makes to YouTube, it would not do it. So this is a QuickTime version. It's not edited. It's not super pretty, but here we go. So bear with my screen clicking and all of that. This was filmed last weekend in Paonia and Telluride, and it is me stretching and playing tennis, kind of playing tennis. So here we go. When I walk onto the tennis court, I like to loosen up my muscles. I elevate my arms and shoulders to lengthen my spinal cord. My arms and hands are interlaced above my head. I like to laterally flex my arms to either side in order to feel a deeper upper back and abdominal stretch. So here is that lateral flexion in slow-mo as my arms move up and down. With clasped hands, I extend my arms behind my back to stretch my chest. So here's that extension. And when I come up, I depress my arms back to a resting position. So here's another stretch and the depression as I walk off. Before I start playing, I also like to stretch out my calf muscles by alternately dorsiflexing each foot up against a wall, or in this case, the edge of a tennis net. So there's the dorsiflex. And to keep my stretching even, I alternately flex both knees and plantar flex the respective ankle. So here's here's more dorsiflexion, but there's alternating between the dorsiflex and the plantar flex, and here's the flexion of my knee, again with the alternating between the dorsiflex and the plantar flex. In order to be careful and make sure I do not hyperextend either of my knees, I like to make sure my ankles are very warmed up. I will circumduct both ankles clockwise and counterclockwise so that I know they are warmed up and ready to move around. So here's the circumduction, both clockwise and counterclockwise. Here we go. And when I grab my tennis racket to start practicing, I oppose my right thumb to grasp the shaft. So here you'll see pointing to the opposition on my thumb. Yes, it's an exaggeration, but there is opposition when you hold the tennis racket. So next I will show the movement between my forehand and my backhand. So bear with me. This is really silly. So there's my forehand. You can see my right arm extended all the way out. And I have to pronate my forearm as my arm moves across my body into the backhand position. So here you'll see that pronation, that's to the midline, and then I will extend through to the backhand. And after I hit the tennis ball with my backhand, I will adduct my right arm back to the midline. So there's the adduction to the midline into my ready position. And then I will abduct my right arm to the right side of my body in order to hit the ball. So there's the abduction. And when I begin match play, I know that oftentimes I will not be where I need to be on the court, and many times I will backpedal to get to the ball, which forces me to retract my feet very quickly. So let me just get to that. Okay, so here's, one second. Here's the retraction of my feet, backpedaling. On the flip side, if I need to quickly move towards the net, I will protract my feet at sprinting or quickly running. Okay, so here is the protraction or the sprint. And then you'll see me supinate my right wrist to reach the ball as I invert my right foot to get a tiny bit closer into a lunge. So there's the inversion and the supination, which you can't see, but you see the end of the supination when I bring my arm back. And lastly, when I have to quickly move laterally to get to the tennis ball, I will have to lunge to the left and invert my left foot to get more reach. So here's to the left that eversion. And that's about it. So sorry for the disjointedness, but I hope you understood everything. And that's that.